Within or beyond, grind until dawn. Game time.
Welcome back to Game Time. Today is Thursday, May 2nd. I'm your host, Brayden Brandvold. Alongside with me today, we have Maya Peterson, Jesse Eckstein, and Maggie Hale. Last week, Prosper Baseball did play against Plano.
They secured the dub on Friday and secured first in district. And people doubted them this year, but their pitching has stepped up. Caleb Putnam and Jake Cosner, 1-2 punch, both pitching under 2 ERA this season.
See, and I think that's the crazy part. Their team chemistry is at best this year. And what can you say about a team that has best pitchers, best catchers, great team chemistry, an amazing coach? It's an action-packed team.
It's going to be a good playoff run, that's for sure.
Of course.
Speaking of playoffs, lacrosse.
Well, they won first round of playoffs, leading by Zane Williams with 4 goals and won 15-4 in the first round.
And they do play again this Saturday.
Yeah, they will face off against Cumberland Academy, who they beat 15-6 regular season.
That's crazy, but another #1 performance.
Everyone in playoffs, I guess.
Kennedy Adams and Aubrey O'Connell have advanced into state. Kennedy Adams placed 3rd in triple jump and qualified, and Aubrey O'Connell, a freshman, for those that don't know.
Keeps on breaking records.
I'm saying, like, literally, she dominated in cross country, then turned around, dominated in track. Like, what else can we say about her?
Congrats to all our teams. Now let's get the highlights from this past week. Prosper Baseball faced off against Plano this past Friday at home for the district season finale. Jake Cosner started on the mound for the Eagles and pitched a phenomenal game, going 5 innings, allowing 0 runs. The Eagle defense was locked in and played a flawless game with 0 errors. Tate Starks was back in the hot corner, and the infield got most of the action, but Braden Webb took advantage of the plays he got, highlighted by a diving catch in center field. The offense got going in the 3rd inning, started off by Chase Penley with a single, followed by a 2 RBI double from Dalton Davis that scored Chase Penley and Connor Jackson. Cordell Spencer came in and closed out the game for the Eagles, who won 3-0 and secured the district title. The Eagles will face off against Lakeview Centennial for the first round of playoffs tonight at McKinney North. Prosper Lacrosse was also in action with the first round of playoffs against Hebron. Zane Williams led the offense with 4 goals on the day as he continues to prove his dominance on offense. The defense was dominant in this game and allowed only 4 goals to the Hebron offense. The Eagles have been on a tear the whole season and are coming into the second round hot, where they will face off against Cumberland Academy on Saturday at 3 p.m. at home, who they beat 15-6 earlier this season.
I got a chance to sit down with baseball player Jake Cosner, so let's take a look at that. Standing here with Player of the Week, Jake Cosner. So Jake, how do you think you've changed since freshman year?
I've definitely gotten a lot more experience and kind of gotten a lot bigger, so that's really helped playing wise.
Who do you think's been your biggest influence on your career?
I'd have to say my parents, all the sacrifice that they've done for me, my whole family, just put me in a position to do good.
What has been your favorite moment of your senior season?
Definitely all the memories of Caleb Putnam. He's a character.
How did you decide where you were going to college?
California is very appealing, so when I got that call, it was kind of hard to turn down.
When we come back, I'm going to argue with the people sitting next to me.
Are you gonna live this day as if it is your last shot to make something of yourself? Give your all, show your heart, show your drive, push yourself to the absolute limit. You will succeed.
If you believe it's possible, you can achieve the impossible. Believe in yourself. You can do it. No limits, no boundaries, no doubts.
If you believe anything is possible, guess what? Anything is possible. Respect is not given, it is earned.
I don't know if many of you guys remember, but Maggie did say that Kyler Murray would not get drafted first, and then what happened again?
Oh, he did go first.
Oh,
we said,
just like,
and
99% chance, kind of actually did happen.
Yeah,
But besides that, what other picks or teams you guys think went good, went bad?
I personally like the Redskins' performance in the first round. Haskins fell right into their lap at 15, didn't have to trade up, and then they got a steal at 26, Montez Sweat.
It was pretty crazy when the Giants picked up Daniel Jones instead of Haskins.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
but
was a
you
shock.
guys know I am a Dwayne Haskins fan, and I'm very excited to see Adrian Peterson and Dwayne Haskins. But one I think you guys are sleeping off of, Ed Oliver, went to the Bills. Amazing player, fan favorite. I'm excited.
Okay.
Okay, one thing. Okay, I think that the Cardinals, they actually did a good job, except for the Kyler Murray. Except for the Kyler Murray, they did a good job.
He works perfectly in their offense. Like, I don't
Not yet,
understand
not
where you're
yet,
coming
not
from.
yet. Let me
Yet.
Okay.
Okay, they did a good job. They got the 3 receivers that they needed. They were light on receivers. Even though the receivers are good, they just didn't have as many hands. I wish they would have kept Josh Rosen with those 3 receivers that they just got.
And then Josh Rosen going to the Dolphins. I personally think the Dolphins may have had, maybe second to the Redskins, the second best draft class this year.
Okay.
Under new head coach Brian Flores, who worked with Bill Belichick his entire career. He's a very defensive heavy coach, and they picked up Christian Wilkins from Clemson. I think, even though they have a pretty stacked defensive line as it is, they're going to be a pretty good team next year.
See, but defensive, that's where I'm with Maggie. The Cardinals need more defenses. That's why I thought they should have taken Nick Bosa
Yeah,
or Quentin Williams
exactly.
instead of Kyler Murray.
Exactly.
I think they need some O-line help more than anything.
Okay.
Interesting.
Let's transition now. Let's talk about the Stars versus the Blues. Series is tied 2-2 after an impressive win by the Stars, winning 4-2.
Well, head coach Jim Montgomery said he needed more out of his top players, and they did just that. Sagan and Radulov both had 2 assists last night, and they really
4
showed
different
out.
players scoring 4 different
Yeah.
goals. That's an explosive
They
offense
had
right
2
there.
unanswered goals in the second period.
Yeah, they started
Yeah.
off pretty slow. They're down 1-0 in the first
Yeah.
period and then came back to win 4-2.
Well,
Pretty impressive.
We've seen that in the first round. Predators and Stars, you can't just doubt them when they're 1-2. They're going to come back. They're going to knock them out because they're competitors.
You think the Stars are going to win this series?
I don't want to say they'll win, but I do have hope in them. I don't want to doubt them.
I see them winning in 7 games to come down to the wire.
taking
They're
it all
going
the
to
way
win
there.
in St. Louis.
Okay. Speaking about series in the playoffs, let's talk about Houston and Golden State. This has been kind of crazy in my opinion.
No joke.
James Harden, he had 35 points the first game, and then 29 points the second game, whereas Kevin Durant had 29 points the first game and then 35 points the second game, and the Rockets have lost by combined points of 10.
But let's be real for a quick second, okay? Rockets, the second game, who you would think, they're going to come back, what they always do, compete very harder and beat Golden State in the second game, which has been seen. But their shooting was 27%, which was over the Warriors going into the second half. And the Warriors came out, didn't shoot as well, still beat them.
They've got to do better, and it's been super controversial with the refs, but I think they're just whining and trying to make up for their lack of performance.
I'm really excited to see if Houston has what it takes to bounce back from this 0-2 lead from the Warriors. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today. For Game Time, I'm Brandon Brandvold.
I'm Maya Peterson.
I'm Jesse Eckstein.
Maggie Hale.